Vegetables are an incredibly important part of Sri Lankan cuisine, and Nip is here to show us one of his favourite sambals, a carrot sambal.
Yeah, that's right, Justine. This is something that my mom used to make for me when I was growing up in Sri Lanka. It's an absolutely fresh coconut and carrot sambal, or a salad. Sambal is a term that's used in Sinhalese culture to refer to a sambal or a chutney.
Yeah.
It can mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is really fresh. Let's get into it.
Okay, so what have you done with the carrots here?
Yeah, like thinly julienned it, just home style. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Home style? This looks professional.
Oh, it's far too kind. All right, so I'm going to start dicing my tomatoes.
Okay.
Why don't you start slicing the onions for me?
Love to, absolutely. So nice thin slices.
Yep.
Okay. So just a brown onion, it will do for this.
Yeah, and I mean, if you can find red onions or
okay.
even shallots,
Yes.
Asian shallots that is.
Yep. And Nip, when do you eat this sambal?
So this is usually a side dish whenever we're having like rice and curry meals.
Right.
It works really well with like, say, rich, spicy meat or fish curry. So this is used to balance out that heat. And that's all about Sri Lankan cuisine, because when we make something, we always keep the other dishes in mind.
Absolutely.
We've got to balance everything out.
I absolutely love Sri Lankan food. I think it's becoming more and more popular the more we learn about it.
Absolutely.
And I think we associate Sri Lankan food with seafood
we do.
curries, coconut curries, lots of coconut sauce. But vegetarian cuisine is quite prominent in Sri Lanka.
Oh, yeah. A lot of Sri Lankans are naturally vegetarian and even vegan.
Yes.
Because when you go to the innards of the country, protein or animal-based protein is not that accessible. So a lot of Sri Lankans make curries, sambols, and lots of other dishes with vegetables and lots of yams and fresh green herbs.
Yep.
I grew up eating a whole lot of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's why you're so healthy. So I'm just thinly slicing some green chilies here. And what did you just add then?
So I've added some re-hydrated, desiccated coconut.
Aha.
Chucked it in the microwave for 30 seconds with some water.
That is a brilliant tip. I've actually never done that. When I make my sambals, I just put dry desiccated coconut, but the texture of this is so much better. It's fluffier. Good tip. If you can't get fresh coconut, do that.
Yep.
Great.
All right. So we added the carrots, the tomatoes, and our coconut. Now we add the onions and the chili.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to top up with some chili flakes for that heat. It's very important. And some salt. All right. Good couple of
Lovely.
pinches. Okay. Do you want to squeeze some lime here?
Yeah, sure. I'd
All right,
love to.
This is the last step.
Nice juicy lime.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go.
All right, so everything's in. Now the last step. I like to use my hands to mix this because that's how my mom taught me. And I think that way you can really, really get in there and make sure that you connect with the food.
Did you see I just quickly went like this with my cutlery? Because I knew you were going to say that.
So I've cleaned my hands really well.
Absolutely.
And I'm just going to go in. This reminds me of my childhood when my mom would ask me to do this final step.
Yep.
She would do everything for me, cut all the ingredients, cook like a dozen different curries every meal, and then this would be my last bit to help her.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just brings back a lot of memories.
So I just love hearing the stories behind each dish, and the way that you're stirring that is super important to this sambal, to the taste too, and the texture of it. Oh, and it smells so good with that coconut and the chilies and the lime. Very
And
nice.
today we made this as a vegetarian version. And if anyone wants to add more umami, you can add some bonita flakes or even some dried moldy fish flakes.
Very good, great little tip.
Okay, so let's plate it. I'm gonna use my hands again.
Absolutely.
Just top it up.
Great.
All right, just a touch more for good measure.
That looks so pretty. That's a beautiful sambal right there. I want to have a little taste of this. So good. The lime juice in it. And even the onion, because you've bruised that so much with a bit of salt, it's not harsh at all. It actually blends in with all of that coconut. And the coconut, you can taste it. I just keep thinking about how well it would go with so many different curries.
Absolutely. It works with any kind of seafood curry. My personal favorite is a prawn curry or a tuna curry because it has a little bit of heat and we want this salad to balance it out. And also it works really well with protein, animal protein curries and even with any other veg. Because in Sri Lankan food, vegetables are a big part of the diet.
Yeah.
And it just makes you healthier, doesn't it?
Well, I have your recipe for the Sri Lankan dal. It is sensational, and I think I'm going to serve this with that, a bit of rice on the side. Perfection.
Oh, that's perfect.
Thank you, Nip.